Relationship regret number 51. I outright regret ignoring his huge character flaw and staying in that relationship. I should have left earlier. I did eventually, and for sure, I'll never make that mistake again. My radar is up. Relationship regret number 52. I regret leaving the relationship on bad terms and saying the things I did. Our last moments together were filled with yelling and screaming and name calling, throwing things, and well, it didn't end well. I could have been the bigger person and kept my cool. That's how I would have chosen to leave the relationship if I could have a do-over. Not that I want to. Granted, sometimes it's normal to feel upset when breaking up. Emotions are at their peak. I just wish I hadn't said the things I said. They were cruel. They were hurtful. I've learned that I will handle my next relationship so much differently, and should there be a breakup, I'll act like an adult. Regret number 53. I let my fears of whatever stupid thing I was thinking about prevent me from saying, I love you. Until she was dying, and then it was too late. Regret number 54. I regret losing my virginity to someone who really didn't care about me. I should have at least waited for the right guy to come into my life who would have been a little more patient. Suggestion, ladies and guys, read my other book, Laws of the Bedroom, while you wait for the next guy or gal to come along that you care about. Learn what you deserve, and guys, learn how you should be treating a gal and how to be treated inside and outside of the bedroom. If you're in between relationships, great time to learn and read everything inside Laws of the Bedroom, that other book of mine. Regret number 55. I regret being in love with someone, dedicating myself to that person only to discover that they didn't love me. Regret number 55. I regret being in love with someone, dedicating myself to that person only to discover that I didn't really love him at all. Regret number 56. She was the only one who got away. I would stand next to her every day, on the subway, at work, somewhere, and I never asked her out. But a year ago, she started dating some guy, and they're now engaged. I feel like I blew my chance. That could have been me. Well, not again. When I see someone I'm interested in, I go up to them and I start a conversation. Win or lose, at least I could say I tried. Regret number 57. I regret having children with this man. He's so mean and self-interested. I do all the work. I'm not his maid or his cook. He does nothing. I knew before we had children, something in my stomach told me something wasn't right about being in a relationship with him. Now, I have to stay focused on the kids, and divorcing him just might be the best decision I could ever make. I wish I had listened to myself, trusted my instincts, and not had sex with him when he asked for it. That one night in bed changed my life forever. Forever, I will be linked to him because of our children, although walking out the door with them in tow ensures that we will eventually have a happy life with someone who genuinely cares about them and me. Regret number 58. I regret leaving a good thing when I had it. Trading up isn't what it's all cracked up to be. You don't know what you got until it's gone. Since then, I've had a hard time trying to recreate the magic I once had with this other person that I walked away from. Now, I spend less time looking back and more time looking forward to meeting someone new for me. Although when I find that new person, I think I'll hold on to them just a little tighter, a little longer. I'm not going to give up. The grass really isn't greener on the other side. It can be green on your side if you just tend to it. Regret number 59. Dating when I was in a vulnerable state of mind and then staying in that relationship for a year because the person I dated was an emotional wreck, draining my energy when I wanted out. Regret number 60. Not being able to leave or move on. I could never muster up the courage to leave the awful relationship that was absolutely destroying me on the inside. I was depressed for years. My job suffered as well. Eventually, my mom stepped in and helped me escape. Hey, love you, Mom. Regret number 61. I regret not following my grandma's advice, which was never hurt a girl. What she meant was don't hurt her on the inside, not just on the outside. Regret number 62. My regret and advice is to try not to leave your first boyfriend or girlfriend. What our first loves do to our hearts and our minds really lasts the longest. Sure, sometimes you have to move on, but think about it. If I had been a little more mature, I would have stayed in the relationship, maybe not made so many mistakes. Now, if that first person that you thought was perfect didn't work out for you, well, don't spend the time going forward comparing possible suitors with him or her. Everyone has a first love, and not all of them are lasting. If you both believe that you are good for each other, be smart and don't take him or her for granted. Cherish what you have and watch it grow. See where it goes. Regret number 63. I regret doing everything together and neglecting me time. Doing those things we enjoyed separately. Sure, you can be happy together, but to survive and thrive as a couple, encourage each other to create a little mix of time together and time apart. It's healthy for any relationship. Do you spend 24 hours at work? No, you take a break. Do you spend 24 hours in bed? We'd love to, but we can't. We got to get out. Everything needs a break. Regret number 64. Not putting an end to his criticisms. And I've seen this from women too, to men. Women criticizing men. Criticisms about my weight constantly or how I should dress, not visiting me when I was in hospital, when I sought therapy for my depression, which he caused. He was never there for me with a phone call, support, and anything else. Bye. Regret number 65. I regret not following through and leaving him even though he threatened to kill himself if I did leave him. Hey, if he's crazy enough to kill himself, I should have read the signs that our relationship was in serious trouble. I should have made my move sooner out of there. I recall a time standing over the Grand Canyon, or next to the edge, when he told me that if I left him that he'd jump and take me with him. Was I blind to the fact that he needed help? He scared me, and I should have ran away right there and then, or at least faked it. It's okay. I won't leave you. Let's go to the car. Let's go out to dinner. Come on, let's go get something to eat. And then when you're on safe ground, make a run for it. She continues, why did I hang around? Anytime you are feeling threatened and unable to fix serious emotional problems, run. I have a saying in BS the Book, one of my books. It's called, I'm not paid to be your therapist. And what that means is 1, 2, or 3, or 4 times, after listening to you, trying to, console you or make you feel good, try to give you some advice if you don't take it and you're still, going around in circles with your issues. Well, here's the deal. I'm not paid to be your therapist. Too much time, too much weight, too much agony, and on my mind, no. Go see a therapist. That's not my job. Beyond my pay grade. Sorry. Regret number 66. I regret foregoing my own unhappiness to accommodate him and his needs. It totally backfired on both of us. We both suffered, and we were forced to make some hard decisions. Regret number 67. I regret rejecting some pretty nice potential lovers because they didn't meet all 3,175 requirements on my personal checklist. I expected too much when looking for the perfect person to marry. I've learned to allow myself a few basic requirements and to let the small things slide. I'm not going to be too picky anymore, and I won't pressure myself to accept or reject someone or pressure them to be perfect. It goes without saying, he should be financially stable, as in employable, in good health, have a pleasant nature about him, can make me laugh, and knows how to cook maybe, because I can't do it all the time, or I'd like to learn how to cook. We can learn together. A good relationship is give and take, but mostly giving, and of course receiving. Yes.